Bethesda, can we please not Bethesda anymore? Like, I think we need to start using Bethesda as a verb. I think we're there. So this really didn't need to impress me. I did not have high expectations for Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition at all. And this is coming from a Fallout 4 fan, okay? I'm that guy. I like Fallout 4. I put hundreds of hours in it. I would always defend it when talking with my friends. Even though it does lose out on some RPG elements, especially compared to something like New Vegas, it's still a fun game with a lot of replayability and a lot to do. I think it's fun, and I like the overall vibe of the game. But the Fallout 4 Anniversary is... it's actually getting legit insulting at this point. What are we doing, Bethesda? So they just released this Anniversary Edition, and look, I spent $60 on this thing, so you don't have to. And that's the full Anniversary Edition plus the Bounty Hunter creation, because, I don't know, apparently I hate money. Save your money. Seriously. So first, Bethesda did not market this properly at all. They were suspiciously quiet about the pricing until launch day, and now I know why. When a company hides their price tag until the last possible second, that should tell you everything you need to know about their confidence in whatever they're selling. So let's break down what's actually in this Anniversary Edition, because the pricing structure is, like I said, it's insulting. So if you already own Fallout 4 but you never bought the DLC, the Anniversary upgrade costs $40. $40. For a 10-year-old game's DLC, plus a bunch of Creation Club content. If you're starting completely fresh and you want everything, that's $60 for the full Anniversary Edition. And if you just want the Creation Bundle without the Story DLC, that's still $20. Now, according to what I've seen from other players and reviewers, these prices are completely out of line with what Skyrim's Anniversary Edition offered. Skyrim actually added meaningful content, like survival mode, fishing mechanics, substantial dungeon crawls. Fallout 4's Creation Club stuff, most of it is just loot drops and armor sets scattered around the map with minimal quest content attached. The Creation Bundle includes things like the pint-sized slasher mask, some Skyrim-themed armor that feels ridiculously out of place, and a bunch of weapon skins. So you remember that mission where you could supposedly go back to the Capital Wasteland? So that's in there. The problem is 90% of these creations follow the same formula. You find a note or a holotape and it sends you to a location, you kill some enemies or you loot a container, you get your reward. That's it. There's no real storytelling, no characters to interact with. There's just environmental storytelling through terminals and notes. It's the same type of thing that Fallout 76 was criticized for at launch. And before anyone says I'm being too harsh on the modders who made this stuff, I'm really not. I know the Creation Club system was limited back when most of these were made. The modders did what they could with the tools available, but that doesn't change the fact that what we're getting here is pretty bare bones, especially compared to what the same price point got you with Skyrim. Here's where it gets frustrating. The new content that came with this anniversary release. There's some new ion gun, a bunker home pack for settlement building, a cyberdog companion, and get this, armor for your Brahmin. Yes, armor for your Brahmin. I am not kidding. Look at it. This is literally Fallout's version of horse armor, and I cannot believe we are here again in 2025. Oh, there's also some railroad outfits and repurposed power armor helmets. And most of these new creations follow that same tired formula I mentioned. The Institute Plasma Weapons quest, you go to Parkview Apartments, read some notes, and hunt down weapons locations across the Commonwealth. The weapons themselves are actually pretty cool, I will admit. New pistols, rifles, and energy Gatling laser type thing. But the entire quest takes maybe 30 minutes if you're efficient, a little longer if you're dealing with the technical issues, which we also need to talk about. Remember last year's next-gen update, the one that destroyed load times on PC? Well, reportedly Bethesda has improved things since then, but improved is doing some heavy lifting here. So last year, transitioning between interior and exterior spaces could take like 3 minutes. That is like 3 full minutes of staring at a loading screen. Now that's down to about 1 minute 15 seconds, which sounds better until you realize you're fast traveling constantly in these creation quests. A minute here, a minute 15 there, it adds up fast. Going from inside buildings to the Commonwealth exterior is consistently the worst feeling ever, and nothing I tried improved it. Different graphics settings, verifying files, no, none of it helped. And you know what makes those load times even worse? The complete lack of quality of life improvements that even Fallout 76 actually figured out years ago. If you're like me and you have a save file with over 200 hours on it, your inventory is a nightmare. Fallout 76 added tabs for new items, separate sections for notes, better organization for miscellaneous items and junk. It makes finding quest items so much easier. These anniversary creation quests constantly ask you to find specific holotapes, notes, and items in your inventory, and without those improvements, you're scrolling through hundreds of items trying to find something called, I don't know, bounty so-and-so's finger, when you're looking for an item that's just labeled finger. The creation menu itself barely functions. When you first load it up, everything processes in real time. Items literally slowly populate as you watch. I tried initializing a creation update when I first launched the game, and it just got stuck, frozen on initializing until I restarted. These are the types of issues that should have been caught before release. Okay, let's talk about the two main creations that are supposed to showcase what the new system can do, because Bethesda clearly wanted these to be the highlights. First is Tales of the Beast Hunter, which is free, so I'll give them credit there. This one's made by Bethesda Game Studios directly. You're following this former NCR soldier who deserted and traveled east all the way to the Commonwealth. The 7 holotapes you collect reference places from across Fallout's history. The Capital Wasteland, Appalachia, it's nostalgia bait, but it kind of works. The weirdest thing about this quest is the amount of Fallout 3 assets they included. Vault 101 posters scattered across the dungeon, specific references to the Capital Wasteland. It feels like they're teasing something, and honestly, that was the only moment when I felt genuine excitement playing this. The armor you get at the end is this ridiculous mashup of Fallout iconography. It's NCR, a Ranger helmet, Deathclaw pauldron, Lucky 38 suit underneath. It's fan service to the max, clearly playing into the Fallout show's success and building hype for Season 2. Once you complete the main quest, you can hunt legendary creatures and use their parts to upgrade your gear. The hideout that you get is decent looking, but it's located deep in the sewers with no fast travel point, so getting in and out is needlessly tedious. Overall, it's fine as far as free additions go. 30 to 40 minutes of content, not amazing, but not offensive either. And then there's Become a Bounty Hunter, which cost me $10 in creation credits, 600 credits specifically. This was the one I had hopes for, because the modding team showed off full voice acting in their trailers. New weapons, new armor, an actual quest line. Imagine that. The big question everyone had was how they would handle dialogue with Fallout 4's voiced protagonist. And unfortunately, the answer is pretty disappointing. All the protagonist's lines are clearly stitched together from existing dialogue. Generic stuff like, "Do you need help?" and "What can you tell me about this hunt?" It works functionally, but it's nowhere near the custom dialogue that I was hoping for. The quest itself has you hunting bodies across the Commonwealth. You grab a flyer, track down your target, kill them, collect their finger, deposit it in a mailbox, and then wait for your reward to show up in that same mailbox. The weapons you get are legit cool, especially the gyro jet revolver. One thing I'll praise is the new animations. When you grab a bounty poster off the wall, your character actually looks at it in-world, instead of it just appearing in your inventory. When you equip the bounty hunter outfit, there's a full animation of putting on the bandolier. First time you pull out the gyro jet, you spin it around your finger, and that attention to detail is exactly what I wanted to see. You eventually hunt down Texas Red, get his outfit, unlock the Mortician, which is an upgraded revolver that builds stacks on headshots. The Beast Hunter weapon does the same thing, so there's at least some build synergy between the new gear. But here's the thing, other creations I've played that cost similar amounts offered way more content and felt more complete. This one tries harder than most of the anniversary content, but for the money, I expected more. And that's kind of the core issue with all this. Bethesda knows people are skeptical about Creation Club content. They have to know. So why isn't there a bigger push to prove the system works? This is in Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Starfield now. It's clearly important to their business model. But when this is the best they can showcase for an anniversary edition, how are modders supposed to make a living creating this stuff? How are players supposed to get excited about it? Look at someone like King Ath Creations. They made Watchtower for Starfield, the Bard's College questline for Skyrim. Full projects with actual voice acting, returning voice actors from the original games. It's substantial content, and that's what Creation Club can be, at least. But most of what's in this anniversary bundle doesn't come close to that level of quality or ambition. Look, I'm not saying I expected something radically different. I know Bethesda's track record lately. But man, some of this stuff is so easily avoidable. The load times, the inventory management, basic quality of life features that their own team implemented in Fallout 76. You're charging $40 to $60 for this package, and you couldn't make sure the technical side was solid? That's what gets me. Even if they don't want to invest heavily in creation quality, at least make the experience of playing them smooth. This whole release feels like it's designed to catch casual fans who watched the TV show and they want more Fallout. And look, I get it from a business perspective, but it's predatory. These prices should be half of what they are. $10 for the creation bundle, $20 for the anniversary upgrade, $30 for the full edition if you're starting fresh. That would feel somewhat fair. This doesn't. I've been playing Bethesda for years now, heck, decades. Fallout is legitimately one of my favorite franchises in all of entertainment. Firing up Fallout 4 has always been a comfort thing for me, even with its flaws. This is the first time I've launched this game and just felt angry. Watching your favorite franchise get treated like this sucks. It's avoidable, it's disappointing, and it's exhausting. So here's my recommendation. Don't buy this. If you already own Fallout 4 and the DLC, there's nothing here worth $20. If you're new to the game, wait for a sale. The base game plus DLC is fantastic, but these Creation Club editions do not justify the Anniversary Edition price tag. Play the actual Fallout 4 story, experience Far Harbor and Nuka World, and then grab some free mods from Nexus that'll give you better content than most of what's in here. If you're still here, and if this video saved you $60, maybe consider subscribing. I play these things so I can help you make informed decisions, and I'm trying to make it as a full-time YouTuber, so subscribing actually means a lot. Anyway, do not waste money on this one, and thank you for watching.